Just saw you at practice. Once again, we had this conversation in segment one just about, how we can sort of fix what's been going on because, 3-game losing streak, but we know you guys are better than this. So what's your assessment on sort of what's gone wrong in the last 3 games?
I mean, unfortunately, the one in Chicago, that was a terrible loss for us. I think one of my worst losses in my career. Um, but I think then we had a back-to-back, flew to Toronto. That was kind of tough. Got back home at like 2 or 2:30.
Damn.
Had to be ready, to play Philly. Um, Lost that one as well. I think it's just for us as a team to come together, to trust each other. We gotta trust each other. We gotta move the ball a little bit more, and defensively we gotta rebound. And I think this are those key points where we have to, get better and look at ourselves. And just try to get it done.
Dennis,
Yeah.
when you say you guys need to stay together, how has that been? Because last time we talked to you, you guys had undefeated in the preseason, won the opener, and you said it, Pascal said it, Coach Darko said it. It's like, yep, it's really easy to have the high energy and the high vibes when all you've done is win. What does that look like after a couple losses? What has that looked like for you guys this week?
Yeah, I mean that's the most important. I think to be a leader as well, it can define you. If you 0 out of 20 from the field, or if you 10 out of 10. I think it's always got to be the same way. And I mean that's how we taken it. We got better today. Worked on stuff. Watched film. I mean, just staying together as a unit, enjoying the moment, embracing the moment. Because I mean, to play in the NBA, you can't take it for granted. I mean, that's the best jobs in the world, and we just gotta have that joy. When we play a game in front of our fans, we just gotta have the joy. To enjoy the game, play together, just everybody just being confident. And I think that's the key when I talk about doing everything together.
Yeah. Well, Dennis, I think you're a really good person to ask about this because you're the point guard, you have the ball, and you have the decisions to make where sometimes you're running the offense, but sometimes the offense is not working. And then sometimes you got to decide, okay, I got to go. I got to get something for my team. I got to get my own bucket. I thought some of that happened last night in the Portland game where, especially because you guys were collectively shooting the three poorly, 4 of 29 from the field, a couple moments where guys like Pascal, guys like Scotty were looking to sort of create more of their own offense rather than sort of like going into the system. How do you find the right balance of that? Because obviously you can't always play like that system all the time. Sometimes you really got to go, but I'm curious to hear your perspective.
I think we gotta first off. I mean, everybody's got to trust what coach is trying to bring, to this locker room and to this organization. I think when everybody is buying into it, and everybody is unselfish, just at least like when somebody else got the ball to make the cut to get the next man open, and that's the mentality I think what we got to have. Of course, we need somebody like Scotty, like Pascal, and who can get their own bucket as well, because sometimes it's going to be hard, when we shooting poorly from the 3-point line, that you can give somebody the ball to, hey, yo, go ahead, we need a bucket right now. I think you need that, especially when it comes to March, April, and the playoffs. But I think we still got to trust the system from the coach, and we got to make sure that everybody is buying into it, and everybody having fun with that role, and everybody embracing it.
Yeah. I think that's a really good perspective, honestly, because for us, we're a little panicked. I mean, maybe not me and Blake necessarily, just me myself. Blake is always very calm. But I got a little, emotionally invested in the games, and seeing the game last night, I'm like, we feel like we should, Raptors should beat Portland. No offense to Portland, I just feel like it's a really good team, especially at home. Um, is there any of that sense of panic along like the rest of them? Like, what's the mood in the locker room after a game like that, where you feel like you guys should win, but you guys don't get it, and now you guys are 1-3? Is there any lingering panic at all, or is that just us in the media and us and fans being like, we're too emotional about all this stuff in general.
Media in general, it's always great when you win, and when you lose, it's always,
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
everybody's panicking. And so, end of the day, for
Yeah.
us, we know in the locker room we can win games, and that's what we're trying to do. Of course, in a basketball game, you can't win every single game. Of course, you can do the things you can control, and we didn't do that last night. That's the reason why we lost. But of course, we want to get better. We played Milwaukee. One of the best teams in the league, but we still think when we get out there and play the right way and do the stuff what we can control, we got a chance of winning a game. And now we just got to focus on ourselves. We can't focus on the opponent. We got to make sure we do the stuff right and play the right way, defend the right way, and then on the offensive end, just in transition, do what we do best. And if we do that, I think we're in great shape.
So yeah, if the transition's been pretty good. You guys are obviously a very good defense. That's been obvious in all 4 games here. When it comes to that half court offense, when I guess last time we talked to you, you hadn't really done a film session with Coach Darko yet, or not a regular season one. Can you give us a little insight into, this is Darko's first time as a head coach at the NBA level. What have those film sessions been like early on? And are you seeing opportunities within that offense where, hey, if we had that back, we had something here. There's just not that familiarity yet to take full advantage of it.
Yeah, I think he is embracing, or not. Sorry, he is like showing everybody what it should look like. And when we's not doing the right way, and we try to, everybody try to make something happen, then it's not looking really well. And I think he is just pointing out, or Dennis, you couldn't, here you have this guy open, you should have passed that one, and teaching people to lift our group up. And I think that's the most important. He's not just pointing a finger and saying, oh yeah, Dennis, you got to do this, or, he's trying to lift everybody up in this locker room. And I think that's what film is about. Just to see everybody, getting better from film, instead of, oh yeah, it was your fault, and you got to make sure you make shots. And I think he's doing a great job of that, making sure everybody's still confident. And he said too, when the film started, he was like, listen, if we make 3, 4, 5 more threes, what we capable of winning the game. And then offensive rebounds, if we control 3, 4, 5 of them, what we can control, we win in the game also. So, he was still optimistic about everything. And I think he caught the group. Everybody was still positive about it, had a good practice. And we got another chance to go out tomorrow and win a game.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dennis, I got to ask you about, you brought up the point about, you might have missed a read here or there, but come on, you're 5th in the NBA right now in assists per game right now. You're at a career high 8.8 per game, just above Nikola Jokic. I think people might have heard about him. No, but seriously, you've really come into the team and really taken charge, and you're really developing more and more chemistry with the guys. I notice the rest of your teammates, they got to get ready for how you pass, because you don't just make kind of one kind of pass. It's not the same. You usually kind of spice it up. And I noticed a couple times. You
pointed out the behind the back pocket pass last night.
A little wrap around the defender to Jakob as well. So you find different angles. So I guess sort of how are you sort of finding opportunities to communicate that to your teammates? Because they got to get ready to catch the ball at any time.
Yeah, it's not every time the same pass. Sometimes you got to read the defense, and the between the legs pass, that's kind of my signature now. I did it a lot in the summer. Love that pass, and it's still not a risky pass for me. And me and Yak, creating that chemistry right now off the pick and roll. I think is really, really tough to stop with me and Yak in it. But especially, with Scotty, the kick aheads with OG, Siakam helps me a lot, with them assist as well. But I think that's what our play style got to be at. You know, we got to get stops, and then when we get stops or we get the rebound, we just got to play fast. And I think that's what we at our best, and I think that's what we got to do more of. And yeah, I mean, I just, you know, try to find my teammates as well, try to give them a good feeling. As a point guard, you know, you just try to take charge there, that everybody's feeling well. And I mean, I just try to embrace that role as well.
Right. So talking about practice, notice a couple of things. So number one, we talked about the first time you were on last week. You guys have that drill that you guys, I think you said Westbrook brought it over. It was you, PG, Russ, and Raymond Felton. Shout out to Raymond Felton. Yeah. And then, so you're doing this post game or post practice shooting drill, and like maybe I won't name specific names, but I might have heard some dollar amounts being thrown around because I'm right beside you guys, so I hear some of this stuff. So can I ask you, like, are there times where money is on the line in some of these drills?
Who said that?
You want me to say out loud? Okay, it wasn't you. It was someone you were competing with, a veteran on the team, a longtime veteran.
Man, I don't know, man. I just try to, win every single drill I'm or competing against. I just try to make sure I win the shooting battle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, listen, you were leading. You were leading before you guys got called into a meeting, I feel like. So I don't know if you were able to finish that.
I finished it still. I won.
Okay.
I won today. So.
Good. Well, I mean, listen, I think people just also kind of like to talk to. What was that meeting also? Not to get like all up in your business, but I was there, and Darko called a bunch of you guys over into his office. I thought at first it might just be the starters, but it was you, Scotty, Pascal, OG, Thad, and Garrett. So, I mean, unless it's like some sort of super sensitive meeting that you don't want to talk about, but I'm curious, like, how often do you guys kind of meet, and what is that meeting?
Man, Darko, you gotta know one thing about Darko. Darko likes to talk.
Okay.
He loves to have people, and his teammates, his coaches on the same page. So end of the day, he is bringing everybody together. He came in and he said, guys, do you want to have shoot-arounds in the arena, or do you want to have shoot-arounds in the OVO facility? So
that's it.
So that was that meeting about, but he really loves to encourage everybody and make sure everybody's on the same page. And he not worries, but he really want to have the opinion from everybody else as well.
I got you.
He don't want to make decisions for himself. Like he always, brings his players, brings his coaches, front office, making sure everybody's on the same page and everybody, got the same voice.
Got you. Wow. I thought it'd be more exciting than where you guys are going to do shoot around. I'm not going to lie.
How is that though? I know you guys have done a shoot around at Scotiabank Arena now and one at OVO. I guess OVO probably has more, facilities and things like that. It's maybe a shorter drive for some of you, but it's not like the point of shoot around is often to like get your sight lines in and get a feel for the arena. How do you feel about the back, like which you prefer?
I mean, I never in my career had shoot-arounds at the arena.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, I told everybody I don't have no problem of driving to the arena. But, I mean, at the end of the day, we got a great facility here. We got people who is, in the Stay Ready group who is competing 5-on-5 after practice. And we got a nice gym here. We got chef here after shoot-arounds. It's more convenient over here, but I told everybody it's not a. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
But I said it's not a big deal for me to drive to the arena.
All right. I got 3 questions for you, just about sort of, I guess, off the court, at least not necessarily Raptors perspective, and then we'll let you go. We'll start with something, that we continued to talk about last week. Your celebration, the freeze. You telling me Mbappe and Hakimi are hitting the freeze now? Like, what's going on? You global. That's global.
No. They Hakimi just DM'd me and
oh wow,
he sent me that picture. And I'm a big fan of Hakimi, and I mean, was insane. He was like, "Yo, here the freeze," and then he sent me that picture with
Wow.
Mbappe, and I was like, "Wow." I mean, it's crazy how the Lakers, like everybody watched the Lakers.
Yeah,
And
sure.
last year I worked on that team, and we created, like the culture. I mean, I still see, the Lakers players
Mm.
still hitting the threes. Everybody on the bench still get excited. Now we're doing it here in Toronto as
Yep,
well.
yep.
So I mean, it's great that everybody is kind of seeing it. I think Braun hit a big three last night, and he hit the freeze at the end.
Wow.
So I mean, Hakimi, one of the best, right backs in soccer right now. Mbappe, everybody knows
Yep.
Mbappe. So no, this is it's great to see.
I mean, you got LeBron and Mbappe, like literally like two of the top 5 athletes in the world, like in terms of most famous or whatever, hitting it. That's wild. Um, you got a big game coming up this weekend. I feel like it's actually prime time slot. Raptors versus San Antonio. It's going to be really great for a lot of European fans to tune in. Obviously, everyone wants to watch Wemby, but especially obviously from France, and then everyone want to watch you too. So I guess what are your early thoughts on Wemby? What are you looking forward to in that matchup? Like, how are you going to get a shot up against Wemby, man?
I mean, I got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Remember, he's I mean, they don't call him for no reason. The alien, he's tall, can dribble, shoot it. I mean, he has IQ, basketball IQ. Plays defense and offense, and I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I never seen him, in person, playing against him, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. I think that for European guys, it's always great, to at like 1 or 2, especially on a Sunday where people don't go to work,
Yeah.
to see a basketball game. When I was growing up, I had to stay up to like 1 or 2 in the morning
Yeah.
to watch a basketball game. So, I mean, I'm really excited for people, who can watch the game and support. And I think it's going to be a great one.
Yeah, for sure. It's like us here. I'm sure you've already experienced it, but you got to wake up early to watch like Premier League or Bundesliga or anything like that, right? So I mean, I'm no stranger to these 7:30 a.m. Saturday wake ups. All right, last one because we got to wrap up here. I want to get into a conversation about Coach Levu Kalen, right? And I read a great story about sort of your connection with him, and we've run out of time. We can't talk about this now. We can talk about it in future weeks. But I just want to ask you one quote since we're on this international tip. He did have a quote to my friend Orrin at Yahoo, and he said, "Dennis is to German basketball what Messi is like to Argentina football." What are
Who
your
said that?
your Livu
Olivia
Liviu?
Kelly?
Yeah, Colleen. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. I mean, first off, shout out to Messi winning his 8th, Ballon
of
d'Or
course.
yesterday.
Yeah,
I mean, that's big time. But I mean, national team for me to represent my country. Germany is first off, a big honor to be the captain the last 2 years, and then winning, the bronze medal at the European Championship, and then now gold at the World Cup. It's amazing, and it never happened before. Of course, we wrote history as a team, but
you
I
can't. You're not
wouldn't take it
Messi.
that far.
Yeah, no, that's a different
I
level.
would,
That's a different level.
I wouldn't take it that far.
All right, Dennis, I appreciate you for your time.
No way.
And yeah, go cop the t-shirts too. I know you dropped a whole bunch of Team Germany t-shirts as well. So
Yes, sir. I just dropped.
so all right, Dennis. Speak soon, all right?
All right. Thank you very much, guys.